What's going on, everybody? It's Carl here, and today we're going to be working on the F250. I was driving it the other day, and it's starting to get fallout. Of course, I go to turn on the heat, turn the knob to hot heat, right? And it's just blowing cold air. So I don't see any coolant leaks or anything that's a problem with the cooling system. So I'm gonna guess my blend door doesn't work. So Ford wanted $120 for this actuator, and I don't really know if that's exactly the 100% problem. So I did a little digging around, went on Amazon, and I found one for $15, and it seemed to be a lot of Amazon's choice. A lot of people are buying it, pretty decent reviews. So we're going to give it a shot for $15. And, it may only last a year, but I'll buy a couple, that get me by for a while, if that's the case, before I ever go buy an OEM one. So here's the cheap Chinese part. And just by looking at the part, it looks decent quality. It looks like an actuator, right? And it does look, before we dive in, it does look like it's keyed, right, for the blend door, I would assume. I would assume that's why it's shaped like that. So since it's still in heat, we're gonna turn it all the way back to cold where it's stuck. And what I've been told, thank God I don't have a lot in my glove box, the blend door is behind the glove box. And I shouldn't have did that because there were some screws in here that I don't know what they are for, but anyways, so the blend door actuator is right there, right above all this insulation or whatever, or right below, I'm sorry. So we're gonna unplug that, and really all it seems like is you just gotta pry these two tabbies right here and pop it out. You can, with the Ford, there would be several screws to take this bracket off. With the Ford part, it does come with this bracket. I think there's one here, and there's like two in the back, or they go on the bottom here, as you can see. But we're just gonna do the easy part, pop it out, put the new one in, and since the truck's been warmed up, we'll see if we actually have, we'll see if the blend door can actually change, and maybe we'll be able to hear it as it changes too. So I'm gonna get that popped up real quick. I just got two tools here. I got a screwdriver and a pry tool. We'll start with the screwdriver, see if that works. Okay, so I got the old one out, and literally just sticking the screwdriver in there, it popped right out. So easy peasy. As you can see, a lot of crud on there, and looks disgusting. Now I am a little concerned about where the key is. All right, so the way you get the actuator to turn is you got to plug it in, and it's actually pretty crazy to watch, but as you move the knob, so I'll turn it all the way to heat, and you can see it. So that's all the way open. We turn it back to cold, and you can see the actuator spin. So we know the actuator works, which is nice, which I kind of want to test out the old one real quick to see if it works or not, which I'm pretty certain it does not. And just like that, I have no movement, so I do know the actuator does not work. Now we just got to line up where the old actuator is. So it's going to be all the way down, I think, on somewhat halfway cold, somewhere in there. Maybe just a little more, I think, just a little more. I would say right there would be perfect, right there. I think that matches, so now we can get that piece installed. All right, so we do have the truck running, and right now it's blowing cold air. So that's what I expect, because I got it in the cold position right now, and I did see that my vacuum does work still, so that's good. So now we're gonna change it all the way to heat and see if the heat changes. And there we go, it is getting hot. So that was the problem after all, and so far it's a cheap fix. I don't know how long, like I said, this actuator is gonna last, but for $15, I'm willing to take a chance. And so that's pretty much how you do it. So, and just to even show you my vacuum works, eventually here, maybe I gotta, oh, I think I gotta do this. I gotta change it on a different, it was working. Oh, yep, there you go, see the lever move. So we do know the vacuum works, so that wasn't the problem at all. But yeah, and we do have heat again. I'm very happy that was a quick fix and cheap. Yeah, cheap, easy fix, and very simple. Yeah, if you're looking for the same part, you want to save some money, I'd recommend giving this brand a shot before you go out and spend 120 bucks. You know, I mean, they shouldn't be that expensive. They really shouldn't, but they are from Ford. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.